This Pride Month, Sword and Key is raising money for Lambda Legal Defense and Education Fund. Lambda Legal Defense and Education Fund works to defend and achieve full recognition of the civil rights of queer people and everyone living with HIV in the United States. Their efforts focus on impact, litigation, education, and public policy work. For over 50 years, they have fought and won landmark legal cases, and even now have 6 active cases against the current administration. Sword and Key is raising money alongside their official Tiltify fundraiser, which means every dollar donated will be matched up to $150,000. There are also other ways to help: sharing the events, boosting posts, or even looking into volunteering your time with the organization. Every little bit helps. Hello, and welcome to our final episode for our Summer in Woodlake Pride game. The title, of course, is Under Blue Moon. Today's episode title is Totality, and if, my cast who doesn't know, my subtitle is The End of All Things, ? Anyway, the current total for the Lambda Legal campaign is $1,215.69. Yay! If you would like to donate to the campaign and help or hinder our players, the incentives are $5 you can give a player a reroll, $10 someone can find something helpful, $20 a strange thing will occur, $25 every player gets a reroll, and $30 things get worse. I mean, I don't know how much worse they can get, y'all, but that's a possibility. With that, we'll do quick introductions. I'm Cass, I'm the presence, I'm running the game, I'm all the terrible things, well, most of the terrible things happening to the players. And on my screen, we'll go down to Tori.
Hello, my name is Tori. You can find me all over the internet as that nerd Tori. I use they, them pronouns, and I am playing Cora Malloy, who is our activist college freshman, and she uses she, they pronouns.
Awesome. And then Sophia.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I use she, her, we, and I will be playing our college dropout. I forgot what I was playing for a second, / cheerleader, and her pronouns are she, her.
And next, of course, is Kit.
That's me. I'm Kit. The pronouns are they, them, and tonight I will be playing Jenni's little sister, Alice, resident weirdo.
And then to Madam Ava.
Hello, my darlings and dears. It's your Madam Ava here, and tonight I'm going to be playing Rita, your high school graduate cheerleader. We both use she, her pronouns, and I'm gonna kill Alice.
And last but not least, of course, Sia.
Hi, I'm Sia, she, they. I go online by cinesia. You can find me almost everywhere as cinesia. And I play Delilah, the homeschooled goth, who's also doesn't believe that anything is happening. It's definitely just a prank. Chill.
Definitely just a prank at this, yeah. And then, Kit, if you would like to do the recap and get that reroll.
I can certainly try. I don't have much of a memory of the first half of the episode on account of the events that occurred with my character. However, I do recall, I'm reliably informed at least, that y'all found a map, or we found a map. We went to the beach. Delilah got shot. Somebody had a gun. Delilah got shot, and then we scattered. And I don't know what y'all did after that, but I hope you had a good time. And then, let's see. Alice took a little detour elsewhere to hide from the killer, grab a book, a normal book, not creepy at all, don't worry about it, and had a little visit from a friend, not a creepy patron, don't worry about it, everything's fine. Then we all back up at Jenni's cabin, as intended originally. It was fine. Everybody's getting patched up. We had some cute little yearning moments. It was adorable. Then people started hearing things. They have been this whole time, and that just keeps going, which is great and cool and normal. Rita, the voice of reason, we love her, was like, we gotta go. We gotta dip. We can't be here. And Alice had the great idea to go into the woods. That's where all the cool stuff looks to be on this cool dandy map that we all found. So it's probably where we need to go. And as we were bickering, a brick comes through the window. And then we almost scatter again, but we don't. We run into the woods. Where we found who? Tammy. She's fine and probably normal and regular, and I did nothing wrong. And Jenni really wants to go hang out with Tammy. Shocking no one. And so we were debating, I believe, whether or not we were going to do that. But I think we decided to go further into the woods and check off these little weird areas on the map, see what's up with that, see if maybe that's anything that we need to deal with, or at least a good hiding place. And that's what you missed on camp.
Yeah, I think that gets you a reroll. The only thing that really I think got skipped is everyone getting injured and reconvening at Jenni's cabin. Cora spent a lot of effort patching everyone up.
That part. Thank you, Cora, for all of our lives.
For now.
We don't have sepsis yet.
Maybe a little bit of tetanus.
Give it a few minutes.
Maybe a little tetanus. What's a little tetanus among friends?
Yeah.
So, you still don't quite know what's going on. You've been chased and attacked multiple times. Most of you are injured. The adults you've relied on this summer and perhaps most of your lives are dangerous to you and your friends. You have some pieces of the puzzle, but you can't see the whole picture. You are now in the dark woods at an old dilapidated house looming over you, and having already lost one of your friends, you worry who will survive. You're not sure what awaits you in that house, but you know, in your bones, time is running out. Time may already be up. You are scared about what's to come, what may happen to you, and what you may be forced to do to survive. The apotheosis is upon us. So, you stand in the dark, this house looming over you, having followed the map and Tammy into the forest.
And if I recall, Tammy is leading us in the direction that we were already going?
Yes, Tammy led you in the direction to the house as a confirmation, but you haven't, always seen her. It's in, fits and starts, bits and pieces.
Sometimes covered in blood.
Sometimes covered in, black, sometimes looking very similar to my makeup, because that's the vibe I'm going for.
It's all fine. Everything's fine here. We're all fine.
Gee, I wonder why she's covered with blood.
She's obviously fine.
You're all covered in blood, basically, at this point.
Yeah.
That part.
I'm trying not to
I'm
think
not
why
dead.
might be covered in blood.
I
You're not
am
dead.
covered in blood from helping other people.
Yeah.
From doing
Cora's
good
not
deeds.
dead, and she's covered in blood. It's fine.
And multiple people's blood. I will also
that
add that.
part.
Cora was helping bandage us, so that, makes
For all
sense.
you know, that's what I was doing.
Doubt. Very much doubt.
I feel like we've probably, I don't know, is anybody not following Tammy?
I'm very
Weird
cautious.
because she
Begrudgingly
has-
following.
Yeah.
It's more so I'm going in the direction we said we're going in, and it just happens
Yeah.
to be following
Yeah.
Tammy.
Agreed.
Basically,
Weird shit.
yeah.
I think
Weird
like
shit.
Alice was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go to this house," and then Tammy showed up and she was like, maybe we don't. We probably still should, but now I'm
Interesting.
suspicious.
Mm.
But let's go find a creepy woods house.
Joy.
What's the worst thing that can happen in the creepy woods
Don't.
house?
We
Don't
should
can
have brought
always get
say
worse.
that. Why did
Remember when I
you
said
were-
we
say
should bring
that?
flashlights?
We were gonna bring flashlights, but then brick.
Yeah,
So
things happen.
brick happened. But everybody's got a knife, right? Except me.
Everyone
Yes.
has a knife. I'm so sorry I forgot to get you one, and you weren't here when I was dealing them out.
It's fine. You'll
And
protect
also,
me,
you're
right?
the youngest. You know, we don't need to
Mhm.
be giving children knives.
I'm 17.
A legal minor.
I can drive.
When's your
Barely.
birthday?
What?
When is your birthday? When are you turning 18?
October?
Yeah, you say it's not that long.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm basically an adult. I can be
Not
trusted with
legally, and
knives.
we are definitely in a legal situation here.
Is this a legal situation?
We are. Look at all the horrible things that have happened. There's going to be so many lawsuits.
I can't wait to sue the shit out everyone here. Oh my god.
We have to live to file a lawsuit, so
We do.
let's.
We do, and that means we protect people, including my sister. Please, thank you.
Hiding behind Delilah.
Yeah, yeah.
How's your wound, by the way?
We've all got wounds.
I
here.
don't.
I'm just-
Spiritual
I'm
or
asking-
otherwise.
Like the knife thing that you had. Are you feeling okay?
It's yeah. It's. I don't think it hit anything too important. Probably. I mean, I'm up.
Everyone's going to need to go to a hospital, and like the city hospital, not some rural hospital.
Yeah,
My
why
mom
the
doesn't
fuck
allow
would
me
I
to go to
trust
the-
this town's hospital if especially the entire town is in on this shit.
Oh God.
Mm. Oh,
Luckily my aunt's in the city.
I mean, I think we're fine. We don't even need to go to hospital. I'm not even bleeding anymore. Well, maybe a little bit.
I- I
I would
do have to agree
rather-
with the tetanus shots. We do want to
Yes.
get. That's.
I would go for Cora's peace of mind.
Can you get tetanus from bullets?
No,
I mean, if they're really dirty, gnarly. Well, I don't know where
I
they've
really
been keeping
doubt
their
they would.
bullets.
We've all been traipsing through the woods. We all need to go to the hospital. But first, we need to survive till tomorrow morning when our parents are coming to get us. So, are we
Wait.
going inside the scary house?
I think we have to. Does it seem like there's
We
people
already
inside the
here.
scary house?
Yes.
What do you hear? Would you like to roll senses?
Yes.
I guess.
I'm scared of
That
what we may
would
hear.
be a take stock roll.
Which is. Ooh. I got that. I got stock.
Nope.
So, who would like to roll take stock in this situation?
I certainly would, because I am somewhat good at take stock.
I'm happy to, but if we don't want to spread it out too much, that's valid.
Okay, Cora, why don't you roll take stock?
Oh wait, never mind. Sorry, I'm bad at take stock.
Too late.
Oh no!
I forgot. I was thinking of I thought, why is take stock not mind? It should be
It's
mind.
senses.
It
It's
says
senses.
Senses.
I'm only good at mind things. Let's remember that. I wasn't looking at my character sheet.
I'm good at that. I can try to do that, but
Well, this is gonna be funny, is what it's
we
gonna
committed
be.
to the bit,
Yeah.
and now we have to pay the price for
Well,
Cora's
that's
actions.
a 6.
A 6 is a miss.
Well, would a 7 be a win?
A 7 would be a partial success, yes.
So I would have gotten it if I didn't have -1 to senses.
So, on a misc, you can ask, what do I see? What do I hear? What do I smell? What do I feel? Something similar to those, and I will give you some some minor details.
What do I hear?
Well, primarily you hear the group, squabbling, which is pretty normal. You listen for a moment. You don't hear any obvious movement, any distance away. It's just whatever maybe shuffling of feet is happening in the group. And you hear the wind blowing gently.
I mean, it does sort of seem like there's nobody in the building. We could see.
I mean, to be fair, we walked all the way here to turn around and go back.
True.
I think we should just go in.
Fuck it, we're going in. I'm going in. Alice is going in.
I follow you right behind you.
I'm waiting for Alice to go in.
That's also fair. That is also solid.
All right. Alice, it's a dilapidated, abandoned house. The door is slightly ajar and also kind of stuck at the same time. You have to really pull on it to get it to open.
Shove it. Run into
Yeah.
it real hard. Yeah.
You shove it, and with this loud groan, it opens fully, shaking. You can see a layer of dust on the floor, leaving that half arc from the door opening. And it is, I would say it's darker inside the house than it is in the forest, but that might be debatable considering how much canopy there is in this forest.
Well, if they were here, they didn't come in this way.
Hello?
What are you doing?
I'm saying hi. What? It doesn't look like there's anybody dangerous here. So I just, it's
Okay.
it's a polite thing to do. Oh my god, we entering someone's
Are we
house.
doing niceties now? Is that what's
Shouldn't really draw attention to ourselves, I don't think, y'all.
in this legal situation?
Everyone just get in.
So you all crowd the entry.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. In the gloom of the house, you see you're kind of in a foyer.
Yay.
Yep, and you're in a little foyer. There's a room off to your left, a room off to your right. There's sort of a central room in front of you that has stairs going up, as well as a narrower hallway that presumably leads to another room as well.
We separate? I know
Maybe
it's a
not
horrible idea,
that
but
one.
Yeah, I don't like separating.
At least
anymore.
buddies.
Hasn't gone
Yeah.
well so far.
well, that's why I meant I don't know, 2 and 3 or.
I mean, it should be fine as long as we're all within earshot,
Yeah,
right? It's
we
just,
have knives.
nobody go into the basement alone.
Is there a basement? Is there something that looks basementy?
I see
Not-
roomy.
Yeah, if there's a way into the basement, it's not where you can currently see it.
Noted. How weird stuff always happens in the basement. I feel like that's the first place you've got to go in a horror film because that's where all the stuff happens.
What do you mean that's the first place you... Oh,
If you
no,
want to find the
absolutely
spooky
not.
stuff,
I'm
in a
not,
spooky
I'm not pairing
place.
with you. I'm not pairing with you.
okay.
Are we looking for spooky stuff?
No, we should be looking for somewhere safe and comfortable and easily defensible to spend the night.
Or do we want to look for something that we can use to get the jump on these fools?
I mean, we
We're
have
a bunch of
knives.
Teenagers.
They have gun,
Okay.
so
they have like a long range gun, and we have like the short range knives.
Yeah, but
so
you are intimately familiar with gun worked.
yeah, but also like the knives can work as well. What
Has
I'm trying
knife
to say
worked
is
yet?
that well, I'm trying to say if we're gonna be like really close to like they gonna shoot us from the rifle if we're like standing right next to them, right?
We'd have to get next to them.
So yeah, if we like, we find a room here to hide or something like that, and we can jump on them here, and if they come in, we're gonna be close. And this way they cannot shoot us, and this way we can just cut them.
Just a quick note. Maybe we should check the house, make sure no one's in here before we start
Oh.
Yeah.
planning our next move. Just
Yeah.
So
just a thought.
pairing off 3 and 2. When people check rooms, just shout out clear if things are clear. I think that's smart at the very least.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not going with Alice. She was too eager to say basement.
I'll go with you, Ava, if you want.
Rita.
Or Rita.
Ava's in the city.
Who's Ava?
Someday I'm going to not call people by their characters' names. Alright.
Of course. I got you.
I have no problem going with Alice.
Jenny, who
okay.
you want to go with? We can't have you by yourself.
Fine. Alice, are you fine with Deli?
Yeah, I mean, I think we got it.
Okay. I'll go with Cora and Rita then.
Okay.
No making out.
I don't think this is really the time. I think
Very
I'm
funny.
gonna go upstairs.
I'm just gonna.
guess
So
we'll
I'm
go
gonna
ground
go. I'm
floor.
gonna give you like a side eye. As we're going like, oh. Very funny. Haha. Yeah, I'm gonna follow Alice. I don't think we were going to go upstairs. I thought we were going to go to the right, but Alice already went, so I'm like, well, okay.
We'll take care.
Alice
of
just wants to go away from the people that are making fun of her.
Yeah, I was like, well, I guess, like, okay, I guess we'll check upstairs. Okay.
All right. Alice, you head up the stairs, Delilah following. Where do the other 3 of you go?
I mean, we could search this main floor.
Yeah, so the first room of the main floor.
Well, there's still 3 choices.
Is there a closest one, or are they all equally spread apart?
Technically, the one down the hallway that also includes the stairs would probably be the furthest away. The doorways on your left and right are about equidistant.
Anyone have a preference?
Let's just take the room on the right first, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like any of this, but you know.
I know, I don't either.
All right. So the 3 of you are heading to the room on the right. Alice and Delilah. The flight of stairs has a short landing before it turns to then continue to the upper floor. And it comes to a stop in a hallway running off in either direction, left and right, from where it ends.
Left then right?
Yeah. Okay. You don't have any sort of light on you, do you?
No. I mean, we can open window. I mean, it's dark outside as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't really help. There are no presence. Is there like any light and light switches around?
Yeah, does this
You-
place have electricity? And that's a
Yeah.
good question.
You look in the gloom of the upper floor to see if there's a light switch, and you do find what looks to be a light switch, and you flip it one way, flip it the other way, flip it the back again, and for a moment there is a bright yellow bulb hanging down to the right, but as the power courses through it for that moment, you hear a and it blows out.
Jesus Christ.
Great. I hope that doesn't start a fire.
I think in that moment, Alice jumps and grabs Delilah.
And Delilah grabs
because
you,
of
like,
course
oh,
she
God.
does. There's just a moment where their faces are like a little too close. We should look around. Just walking further into the room.
Hey. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I as okay as any of us are right now. I don't know that any of us are really like great at the moment.
Well, listen to what Rita says. She can be pretty mean.
I mean, she's probably just trying to lighten the mood, the situation. I get it.
I mean, she doesn't, in my experience, she doesn't mind hurting people if it gets her something. At least that was my experience that I had with her.
Are you guys not like friends? Or
Well,
what
not
happened?
not according to her. Yeah. Okay, let's I guess let's look around. It's not
Yeah,
it's not
right.
it's not big deal. It's just whatever. I consider her friend and she did not. Yeah. I don't know, it's like
know the
it
feeling.
might be on me. I am, I'm not really good with like getting the cues and everything, but we like hang out. We did do stuff and then just yeah. It just sucked, okay? That wasn't a nice thing to hear.
People are weird. Sometimes talking to people is weird. Trying to be friends with people is weird. I'm sure it wasn't you.
I know. I don't know. I mean, look at her. She's like cool cheerleader or whatever. I'm just a town weirdo or whatever.
I think you're cool. And I don't think there's anything wrong with being a little weird. Keeps us interesting, right?
I think you're cool too.
Thanks.
Forget everything I said about like the letters and like the tapes and then I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, that was called for. That was fair. That
wasn't. I could have been nice. I could have asked you nicely. I could have said, "Hey, why didn't you write?" Like I didn't need to be like passive aggressive and everything. Mom says passive aggressiveness is a sin, but now I'm not even sure if she knows what sin is after knowing everything like that we know now about her.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're I think my parents were involved too now, apparently. I mean, looking at those pictures, I
think at this point it's easier to figure people who are not involved. And it's the 5 of us.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
By default, I think I'm gonna assume that everybody else is involved.
It's probably fair. Honestly.
Now I'm like just thinking about every single person that I've met in the past year and just. Are you doing the weird stuff? You, the person who was drinking tea with my mom, are you the weirdo? Are you the one who's killing people?
You, lady at the church potluck,
Yeah.
committed any murders recently?
What's in the pot? Like, what did you put in this casserole?
Oh, no. Oh, I don't want to think about. I ate at that potluck.
I mean, me too, but
Oh,
I mean, we survived it, so it wasn't
so
poison.
far.
Okay, I don't think the casserole that we ate like 6 months ago gonna get to us right now. Unless I don't know something about metabolism, like it doesn't. I don't think it worked like that.
I don't know. I think it's more the knowledge of what it could have been. But honestly, after tonight, I think we're all gonna need therapy anyways, right? So what's a little bit more?
Hey, I really don't want to talk about it like this, but if we, if we make it out of here alive and hopefully in like, having all of our pieces on us, do you want to like, I don't know, watch a movie or get ice cream in town? I mean,
Ice
we need to.
cream.
Okay, first of all, we need to like veto out places that are not owned by cultists.
Maybe we go out of town.
Yeah, maybe you do have a point. Maybe going out of town is yeah. Do you want to grab in town but not our town? That would be a better way to put it.
Yeah, I think after this, I think ice cream would be nice. What are we doing? People are trying to kill us. And ice cream.
We gotta, I don't know. Gotta look forward to something. I sort of don't really have any like much else to look forward to. This was kind of my, I don't know, this was my one time to get away and get friends and not be around my psycho mom that much. And once summer is over, I'm gonna go back being with my psycho mom again. And now that I don't listen, I'm still. You can call me delusional, you can call me whatever you want. I still believe that Tammy's somewhere out there. But if she's not, I don't have anyone right now who can drive me out of town or who can take me to the roller derby. I'm like on my own in the whole town. So yeah, I'm not really looking forward to a lot of stuff outside of this camp.
I mean, who says you have to be alone?
Just kind of how it always was.
I
mean, according to my mom, it was just two of us. But now, now that her and her friends shot me, I don't think it really counts. I don't know.
Sorry,
call me
I shouldn't
crazy.
laugh at that.
No, please do. You know what? Maybe one day I'm gonna write a big stand up about how my mom and her friends shot me, and then my other friends had to pull a bullet like this big out of my side. And all I wanted is just to listen to some goth music in a summer camp, I guess. I don't know, arrest me, officer, for wanting to have a good time. Just wanted to listen to music and like, I don't know, flirt with a cool girl. Whatever.
I think all the cool girls left her in the cult now. Sorry. Ruined your summer.
Stop. You the cool girl, okay? It's I don't know if you was clear. I don't know. I don't know if okay, I'm not good at this. But yeah, you the cool girl that would like to get ice cream with later. Or I don't know what's cool thing. Is ice cream cool?
Like fist.
Not temperature. No, I'm not like. You know what? Forget it. Let's fucking go check the rooms. Whatever. You ruined the whole moment. I tried so hard. Impossible. I don't mean it. It was like, what is it? Sarcasm there. Tammy taught me. She said I was kind of seconded. But let's look around. You know what? I'm gonna shut up and we're gonna go look around the rooms like we were supposed to.
Right. Yeah, we should survive long enough to get ice cream.
Or something cooler. Not in temperature.
That's about as cool as it can.
Okay, I'm not talking to you anymore. Whatever. I'm just gonna leave her behind. I'm gonna go and check the rooms.
Okay.
I think we both start wandering towards the rooms and just like pointedly not trying to acknowledge whatever that may or may not been.
You head down the hallway to the left towards the rooms. You can tell there are a couple of rooms on either side of the hallway. The doors all appear to be closed from what you can see in the dark.
We opened them?
Okay.
No, it's a question. It wasn't a statement. It was a question. don't take it as a statement.
I open it. Fuck it, I open it. Give me the door. I'm opening it.
Okay.
I'm powered by gay chaos right now. Let's go.
You open the first door on your left. You swing it open, and the moment you catch sight of the darkness of the room, there's a loud bang.
Oh dear.
And then you hear the rustle of the wind picking up, and you hear a bang again, and again, and again.
Window.
And you realize there's a shutter or a window banging in the wind.
You, Cass.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna go to because I'm pretty sure it was very loud. I'm gonna go to the staircase. I'm gonna I don't want to shout the whole house, but I want to kind of be loud enough that the other group can hear. And I'm like, we're fine. Everything's fine. It was window. And I come back.
As she's out making the announcement that we're alive and have not been murdered, that I think Alice is dipping into the room and kind of giving it a once-over. Symbols, weird books, things that I would recognize, that I would not want other people to recognize.
Sounds like Alice would like to roll to search.
Alice would love to roll to search, actually. I say that, then I'm gonna roll like butts, but we'll see.
That's just because butts are on your mind right now, Alice.
Listen, I'm a simple bitch. So that's a 6 plus 2. That's an 8. That's not nothing.
That's a partial success.
I'll take it.
So, you are successful in your search, though I guess that depends on your point of view. But you also accidentally break or damage something, you attract unwanted attention, or you leave something behind.
I have an idea for how this might play out. I think Alice attracts unwanted attention, whether that's Delilah or something spookier, I don't know. But I feel like she's not as sneaky as she tends to be about this.
Okay. I think... I think what happens is you are... so this is a small bedroom. There's not much in it outside of the bed and maybe like a single dresser. It's all very old, like 50s or earlier stuff. 30s maybe. It's hard to say. And even just pulling the like dresser, the drawers on the dresser is louder than you would think. And then you get down on your hands and knees and look under the bed, and it's dark, so you have to like really get in there to start being able to see anything. And you like partially flip up the mattress, and it kind of scoots and drags against the flipping up the mattress is enough to kind of scoot the metal bed frame, because it's a really light frame, and so there's that as it scratches on the floor, which might catch Delilah's attention. But you do find a page of designs and writing that is very similar to the book you have on you. And I think because you attract unwanted attention, you're trying to put it away when Delilah gets to the room.
Hey, what's that?
Huh? Just hands in pockets. Are they okay?
You had it like... Okay, I swear to God, you just had a book or something in your hands.
No, I didn't see any books in here. Not yet.
I'm gonna close the door behind me. I'm gonna kill her now.
And then what?
Hey, you can tell me if you found something. If you don't want me to tell the others, I'm fine with that.
I feel like this sort of falls under read a
Read?
person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let me do that. I'm good at that. Watch me roll 2 1s. That's fine.
If this was Daggerheart, that would be a critical success, because any doubles is always a success.
Listen, I rolled 2 2s, but I have... I was close. So, but I have... okay, so read 1, and I also get... Okay, so +2, 6?
6 is a fail. So, I don't think without maybe having more of a conversation, which you were probably going to anyway, you can get anything from what's happening.
Unfortunately, Delilah's very pretty, and I am just a girl. So I think it's because she shut the door specifically. I think Alice sort of looks over Delilah's shoulder, makes sure that door is shut, and grabs her hand and pulls her over to where that spooky bed was and sits down. We want to stop the cult, right?
Yes. As far as I know. I don't know, maybe agenda changed since then, but as far as I know, yes.
And you're on board with that. You support that. Yeah?
They shot me. What do you think?
Well, it's also your mom, so if you're gonna turn
Alice,
sides, I would like to know that now.
Alice, my mom didn't allow me to leave house for the past 5 years. What do you think?
I just checking.
Okay.
Family's weird.
Yes, I want to stop them. Also, if my mom was one of the people who shot at me, I don't... It's not like she broke the pact of a family, whatever.
Fair. Yeah. No, that tracks. That's good. I mean, bad that she shot you, but good that you have boundaries about that. I'm gonna stop talking. If I have maybe a way to try to stop them, you would help?
Yes. Is it a very fucking question? Yes, of course. That's what we're doing.
Okay, but
Then
you
what
have
do
to be
you know?
so cool about this.
Oh, okay.
And Alice will pull out the page that she found. Not the book yet. We'll get to that. We'll sort of, it's probably crumpled from being in her pocket. Whoops. Sort of flatten that out. There's something else that's trying to stop these cultists. And it needs us to help it.
What?
I don't know if it's a secret second cult or what's going on, but there's pieces of information that are telling us that this cult is bad news, Delilah. And we obviously know that. They shot you.
Yeah.
Like that's we know that, but if I tell Jenni or Rita or Cora that I found information that might help us beat the cult, they're not gonna believe me. They're gonna think I'm weird or making it up or talking to ghosts or something stupid.
Are you talking to ghosts?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, how do you know this
Presents.
information? Let's go into this
Because I keep finding stuff like this, and she'll hand you the paper with these weird symbols and diagrams and I don't know, witchy shit. I keep finding stuff like this.
What is it?
I don't know specifically what this one says because you found me before I could look at it. God, what does this one say? Can I tell? Do I know? Demon mom, can I?
What does it say? I think it's like the rest of your book where you don't really know what it says. It's just part of something that hopefully will give you an answer when the ghost you talk to decides. I mean, I know it's not a ghost. I know it's not a ghost. You know it's not a ghost. But
if it hovers like a ghost and woos like a ghost, I guess.
I don't.
But it's not like specific information on its own.
No, it's kind of like, you know, based on the map, something's here, and this is related to that, and you'll know when you need to know, kind of a situation.
Do I get the vibe that this is what I'm here to find?
This is only part of what's here.
Okay. That makes sense.
And Delilah, what you see, the best way I can describe it with shorthand is, it looks like someone took a page out of the Necronomicon from Evil Dead.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
It's that kind of weird shit.
That's perfectly description. I got immediately exactly what it looks like.
Vibes are immaculate and incredibly fucked.
Okay, how long were you onto it?
This specifically, not.
I don't mean
terribly
like this specific page. I don't mean like when did you find this page and you're gonna be like 30 seconds ago. No, I mean like
the cult.
Yeah.
Okay, but like you can't hate me though.
It's fine. Just tell me the truth.
I didn't know exactly what it was about, but I knew that something was going on at this camp. There's a reason I took the job here this summer. I didn't know that it was cult shit. I didn't know they were gonna try to kill us.
You knew before you got here? Sorry, you knew before you got here?
Yeah. I knew that something was happening. I
Why
didn't know what it was.
Didn't tell anyone, Alice?
Because I didn't know what it was. I didn't have enough information. If I go to my sister a week before camp and I say, "Hey, I'm finding weird information. Something weird's going to happen at camp. I don't know what and I don't know who's telling me." She's going to send me to like a mental hospital. Like she's going to talk to my parents and they are going to put me in a different kind of camp for the summer. And then I can't fix this.
Okay, yeah. Jenni is cool, but yeah, she would probably do something like this.
She cares about me, and like if it seems like I'm like incredibly in a bad place, yeah, she's gonna do a thing that seems like it would be helping, and it would not be helping because I can't fix the camp, and people are gonna get hurt and die, and there's a cult, and your mom's there, and
okay, chill.
Okay.
How do you know that this is something that wants to stop the cult, not something that wants to help it?
I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't like the cult, and I don't like the cult, and I don't think that anything that we've been doing has been helping the cult. I don't think.
Just say, I believe you. I just want to make sure that nobody's like, manipulating you into helping them out. And you're not just bringing us to another trap because you want to genuinely help us.
I don't think so. I think this is how I save you.
Do you know where the other pages are?
I think there's something.
Can I look at your book for a second?
What?
Oh, you didn't say me to tell me anything about it. Okay, gotcha.
My what?
I was like,
My what?
Okay. Presence, the floor is dusty, right?
Yes, but it's harder to tell than like the main floor because there's carpet in the bedroom.
So,
even if it's like thin and
more
worn.
like, can I draw on a dust?
Sure.
I'm gonna draw the symbol that I saw in the cult in the church, like my mom's cult symbol, whatever. I'm just gonna draw it on the floor and be like, "Have you seen this before?"
Not before camp.
Okay.
I don't think. Not before camp. It was on somebody's bed, and I think it was the map, but I think that's about here.
Okay,
I don't think that's about my thing.
No, yeah, I just wanted to make sure. That's as far as it doesn't look like whatever knowledge you have is connected directly to this cult and whatever. Okay, what? I'm gonna come up closer to you. Gonna take your hands and be like, "What do we need to do?"
Bright red. There's the 3 places that were on the map. There's here, and there was something
Junkyard?
that was like a core, like a quarry or a junkyard or something, like a pit, right? And then I think something in the lake, and I think there's something there at those places that I think we need to find or stop or something. I don't know, but there's something important there, and that is cult shit, and they're trying to do stuff, and we need to stop it. And I think those are the places that we need to stop it at.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It would have been very helpful if you had any more information than just like.
Yeah, it would. It would be very helpful.
Yeah,
I would like that also.
Okay. All right. That is question number 1. Question number 2 is something that we both need to figure out. How do we make the rest of them follow us?
That's what I've been trying
That's
to
a
figure
good
out.
question, and we're gonna switch to the other group
Ooh.
that gets asked. How do we convince them to go along with this? So, Rita, Cora, and Jenni, I believe you went to the room on your right from the entryway.
We did.
All right. The door is closed. It opens easily with a push. It's not quite like a swinging door where it just moves really, really easy, but it's not a door that has a knob on it like that would shut. And you push it open, and you step into a long room with a large banquet table. There are melted candles in candle stands and holders on the table at various spots. It's a good probably like 15-20 foot long table. And in a few of the chairs, there are people sitting.
Fuck.
Do
Says
they
Cora.
turn to look at us? Are they dead? What's the vibe here? Oh,
They
God.
don't turn to look at you, but you can't tell much from where you're standing.
Cora does
From
say
where
fuck.
we're standing.
Yeah, I think seeing them, Jenni just kind of like pushes past everybody and like wants to know what's going on. Just pushes past everybody and gets in front of them and is like, "Who the hell are you?"
Okay, how far do you push in?
Like all the way. Like
Okay.
I'm going in so
Wherever
she
like the
can-
closest person in a chair is, kind of a situation? Okay.
Yeah.
Door's gonna close.
I mean, the door does close, but not because of... The door closes because you, like, stop putting pressure on it, that's all. It's a slow glide. And Jenni, you push up, and I think you're like, who the hell are you? And you grab the high back of the chair, and you kind of scooch it. And sitting there, very obviously dead now that you're that close, is Melissa, one of the counselors from camp.
Oh, bitch.
Fuck. God damn it.
Great.
Who's
And
Pushes the door again.
you
What?
you
What is
look
it?
up, and you don't recognize all of these people, other than like they're from various camp things, but they are all dead.
Okay. I want to like I don't want to search the bodies, like I don't want to be going through their pockets, but I want to like kind of like look for clues, right, on these bodies.
Jenni, are you okay? We don't hear screaming or anything. Is it safe to go in?
Are
Stay,
those
stay,
people? They're
stay in the hall. It's
Oh god. Oh god. I think Cora starts hyperventilating a little bit.
Oh no, come on.
Okay.
And she just hugs Cora.
You said you wanted to look for clues, yes?
yes,
Okay. I definitely think that that's going to be a search roll.
right. That's 2.
2 is a miss. You accidentally break or damage something, you attract unwanted attention, or you leave something behind.
Ooh, I think if you're okay with it, Jenny leaves something behind. She drops the letter from Tammy when she gets spooked by the bodies. By
Okay.
specifically like turning around Melissa and
Yeah, and it's definitely Melissa. Even in the gloom of the building, it's easy to see her like curly hair that still is slightly red in the dark. Yeah. So the letter slips from your pocket, I guess, and does that little like paper waft and slides under the table into the dark. Rita and Cora, you're standing back in the entryway after kind of having Jenni push past you.
I think Cora's definitely freaking out and like hyperventilating. Like, oh my god, like dead. There's dead people. There's so many dead people.
Hey. I need you to look at me. Look at me. We're looking. Okay. Count to 5 in an inhale and count to 5 exhale.
We're all gonna die, aren't we? Like, no one's gonna make it.
We're not.
Die.
I can't have this negativity.
Rita, would you like to roll to comfort Cora?
Yes.
Please roll plus heart to comfort Cora.
Oh, my heart's a 0, so let's see what happens.
I'm sure this is gonna go great, given how everyone's been rolling tonight.
That's an 8.
An 8 is a partial success. So I guess ultimately it's up to Tori how calm Cora gets, but you do feel that Rita is sincere in trying to calm you down.
I think like obviously Cora's still freaked out by the fact that there's dead bodies all over the place, and there's like it seems like they are the only ones still alive at this camp at this point. But she is able to take some deep breaths and then be like, okay, all right, you're right. What do we even do? Like, the cops have to come, right? There's dead bodies.
Yeah. There is. I will admit, there is a lot happening. But just remember what we're doing here right now. We are searching the house, make sure it's secure, and we're going to hunker down until morning. So focus on that. Focus on the agenda for this, and we'll keep it pushing.
Should we go in there with Jenni? So, like,
You say, should we go in there with Jenni? And the two of you hear a door in the back of the house slam, and a voice go, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And footsteps come rushing out of the dark towards you, and a cloaked figure is going to grab you.
I'm pulling out my knife.
Knife! Never left my hand.
Knife.
All right. On
I'd
odds,
like to use violence.
you can do that in a moment. On odds, it's grabbing the figure's grabbing Cora. On evens, the figure's grabbing Rita. Rita, you are grabbed, and they plunge a knife into your side at the same time. Please take a harm.
You fucking
Can I use retaliatory violence?
You may both use violence if you would like.
Okay, I'm gonna use violence. I'm gonna use so much violence. I believe I have a +1 to violence. So, come on, dice. Be good. Come on, guys. Do the thing. That's 2 6s. My
Amazing.
one successful roll of this whole game.
You're doing
Damn.
better. You're doing better than your Sunday game.
Oh, I'm doing better than I did last week. So, you know.
And that's an 11 for me. I got 2 5s.
Awesome.
Technically, I
You-
got 13 because I do have a +1.
You both succeed in using violence. I think, given the situation, you both stab at this figure, and with a grunt, their grip slackens, and you have killed whoever this is.
Murder!
Fuck!
Cora starts crying.
Can Jenny come out into the hall? at this point? Yeah,
Jenny, you probably heard that commotion for sure.
yeah, Jenny comes back into the hall. Fuck! What happened?
He was trying to kill.
Bitch stabbed me!
Take Rita. He was trying to kill Rita.
Okay, you got stabbed, Rita.
Oh God, right. Where's the T-shirt and the alcohol?
Yeah, take her into another room and help her with that.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
shouldn't go in the
check
corpse
this-
room.
You don't go, I meant just like into the living room or whatever.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
I'm-
Okay.
I'm gonna check this other room here that we didn't check yet. Just
Yes. Splitting
patch
up like
up-
this will have no negative consequences.
Check. The body's dead.
Um,
Check to see if they have shit on him.
yeah.
Like more knives. I would like to mention that I do make sure that we both take our knives out of the dead body.
Yeah, duh. I'm not losing this fucking knife.
I want there to be no doubt that I have pulled my knife out of this dead body.
Okay. You can retrieve your knives.
And then I will take Rita to the living room to try and bandage yet another stab wound.
Okay.
Maybe
At least mine was
Cora
minor
will
the
go to
first time. I
medical
stepped on
school.
like a nail.
If Cora survives this, they might go to medical school.
And Jenny, you said you're pushing deeper into the house?
Yeah, it was because we went through the door on the right. We didn't go through the door on the left yet.
Correct.
Jenny, I would like to.
For your, just so you're aware, it's obvious that the figure came from down the hallway. So the entryway has the stairs and the hallway, and then there's the doors on either side. That figure obviously came from in that long hallway to like the back of the house. If you wanted to like go to where they might have come from specifically.
I think she wants to check the room on the left first and make sure like not missing something there.
Okay. I think this is kind of like a parlor room. It's, it's definitely not what would be a living room by 80s standards, but it's definitely like there's a, can't remember the name of it. The half-size couch. That's a very specific name.
A love.
A love
A
seat,
love
yes.
seat.
Yep. It's got a love seat and a chair and a fireplace and a couple of, like a lamp plus a ceiling light and then another door. So like if you're facing into the room from the door you came in, there's another door on your right.
Scopes out the room and then we'll like open the other doors, like just check, make sure like nobody's hiding in a closet or anything.
Okay. The other door in the parlor leads to a kitchen area, and without getting too deep in there, you can easily tell that there is also a door that its position would lead you to think that it's under the stairs going down, so it would probably lead to the basement. And then there, further in that you probably can't quite see from where you are, would potentially be the door, a way to get into that hallway from the kitchen and or the dining room that you've already been in, most likely.
Should we walk farther into the kitchen? I think, like, right up to the edge of the basement, but she's not intending to go into the basement, but, like, we'll listen to hear if she hears anybody in the basement.
Okay, to do that, you are going to have to open the door, which is currently closed.
Okay.
You open the door slowly and quietly, and you stand in the dark and strain your ears listening and strain your eyes looking down. And it's dark in this house, but of course this basement is darker even than that. It floods with darkness, but just at the edge of what you can see is Tammy standing at the bottom of the stairs. And I think we'll go back to the other group again.
Which other group? We're now in 3 groups.
I suppose you're in 3 groups. We'll go back to the upstairs group, to be specific.
We did the thing we said we wouldn't do. Oh no.
We did the thing every horror movie group does right before they're all killed.
Also, see, Tammy's fine. I am not the first confirmed murderer of this group. Thank you.
So, Delilah had asked, what do we need to do to convince them? And there's a moment, Alice, where you register she asked that question, but you can't answer immediately because you look up past Delilah's shoulder and you have a vision of this house on fire. And in a moment, in an instant, it's gone.
Yeah, I think there's a flash of like something going on in Alice's eyes, but she sort of blinks out of it.
I look behind myself, like, did you like see something? Someone behind me? Oh.
We have to get rid of it. We have to get rid of this place. I think I don't.
The camp?
They're trying. Maybe I think. I think this house, at least. I don't know if there's more, but I think they're trying to do something. They started it here, and if we can get rid of this place. Do you smoke?
Sometimes.
Do you have a lighter?
You know what? I would say yes, because I would smoke with Tammy from time to time. Yeah.
Every good goth has a lighter.
Yeah. I feel
You
like
gotta melt your eyeliner.
Oh,
It's
first
so
of all,
true.
Yes.
but also like I feel like Delilah is not somebody who would smoke on her own. She doesn't really. It's not because like she's a good girl. She doesn't really care about smoking. But with Tammy, she's like, yeah, I'm a cool girl. I'm gonna smoke with Tammy.
Delilah carries her lighter for her friends.
Yeah, basically.
That is
Art imitates life.
So
I was
sweet.
never all of my friends who smoked. And I had lighter just for them.
somebody's got to be the designated lighter carrier.
Yeah. Yeah, I take like it's kind of like a very shitty cheap lighter.
Okay, we can
Just
we can
okay,
work with
let's
this.
just make sure that everybody's out before we do that.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna burn it down
Okay.
with all of us in it.
Just want to make sure you look a little bit shaken, and I'm not saying that you will do it. I'm just saying that you are shaken right now, and it sounds like you really want it to happen. And I understand that sometimes it can cloud any judgment. So I wanted to make sure that we have at least some kind of I wanted to say that we have some kind of logical like rationale here, but then like we following just your feel.
We're being
about it?
hunted?
That
I
also
don't know
true.
that logic is... I don't think we have time to think things through.
We do need to, at least apply some logic, because I think that's the only way we can convince Cora or Rita to follow us. They are not people who follow on feel, they people who follow on facts. And I'm trying to bring facts or like some kind of a logical explanation into this situation here.
Maybe they don't need to know. Maybe it's an accident.
We do have a bottle of alcohol and fabric. I'm saying that out of character as a...
That part.
We can make a
that
Molotov
part.
cocktail.
We talked about Molotovs earlier.
Delilah, you say that you need to, make sure the building's clear and that everyone's okay with this plan, and you hear somehow the faintest sound of a tape playing. Maybe on the main floor? Surely it can't be from the basement, but you hear Susie and the Banshees.
Alice,
Yeah.
I want to ask you a silly question. Just like a fun one. Is there any music playing right now? In the house?
Music.
Yeah. I take it as a no. Okay.
Hey, it's... And then there's just, I think, shaken, no thoughts, head empty, hands on the side of your face. Hey, it's okay.
No,
Weird stuff is happening.
I just wanted to make sure if it's a vision or if it's a reality. And now that I know that it's a vision, I don't need to follow it. Unlike Jenni, who still doesn't understand that half of the shit that she sees is a fucking vision. I'm sorry.
If we need to follow it, that's okay. I believe you.
Do we need to follow it?
Does it feel like we need to follow it?
Okay, even if it feels like we need to follow it, doesn't mean that we have to follow it. Like bad people tell you that you need to follow them as well. It doesn't mean that we need to follow them.
Fair.
Like I've
Do
heard
you
my
want
mom.
to?
Like I've seen my mom in a couple of places. It's not that, like, I'm pretty sure that didn't mean I shouldn't have followed her, and I didn't, and I'm alive.
Do you want to go find it, or do you want to ignore it? Whatever you want to do. I'm with you.
Part of me really wants to find it, but also a big part of me really wants to live. So and those two parts are not, they're not following the same choices, and I have trouble finding what's the rational middle between those two, okay?
Well, what if we follow it and we don't die?
It is
Come on.
it is a nice bargain. I cannot argue with that.
Either way, we need to get out of
Fine,
here
fine,
and
okay,
get everybody
okay,
out
let's-
of here.
I'm gonna try to follow it. Where's the sound coming from specifically?
From where you are, the best you can determine is you're at least having to go back down to the main floor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna follow it.
Okay. You follow it, and I think this eventually leads you back to where Cora and Rita are dealing with Rita's wound, because Jenni is still standing in front of the basement door.
What the fuck happened here?
Oh yeah, also
So-
there's a body on the floor when you
Yeah.
Get off the stairs.
Some
Let's not
actively
forget
in a
that.
puddle of blood. That was
Yeah, let's not forget
bitch
that.
stabbed me. What do you think happened?
It's okay. It's okay. Just don't
Was he
move
like
too much.
that when you got here?
Dead? We
Yeah.
just did that because he stabbed me.
Yeah, that's why the blood's so wet.
Also, your sister went that way. Please, someone go find her.
Shit.
Please.
Good job. Run.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow. Also, I'm gonna follow where Jenni's going.
Okay, so Delilah and Alice go to try to find Jenni.
Jenni, if you see Tammy, don't follow her. Don't do
Don't follow the light.
You don't hear that, Jenni.
Good, great, of
But-
course not.
But also, you can feel, Jenni, you feel yourself drawn. And just as you're about to take that first step, Delilah and Alice come busting into the kitchen.
I want to say like she glances back for a second before she just keeps going down the step, calling out after Tammy.
Jenny, what the fuck do you think
Shit.
you're doing?
All
Going
right.
alone into basement.
The two of you see Jenni for just a moment. As you come through into the kitchen, she would be roughly on your right, and she disappears into darkness after a moment.
Jenny, I swear to fucking God.
We need to get that alcohol from Cora. We need to finish this. And then Alice is running after Jenni. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna run to Cora and say, give me the alcohol. I know what it sounds like. It's not it. Give me the alcohol.
Hold on. She'll grab the alcohol from Cora, take a swig, and then hand it to Delilah. What the fuck is happening?
I have no fucking idea. And with those words, I'm gonna run back.
That's good, because I was going to say, you say no fucking idea and run off, and then we're going to go to Jenni and Alice.
I will say once Jenny gets into the basement, she will pull out her lighter and use it as a bad flashlight.
Okay.
Classic.
You flick the lighter to get it lit. You know what, Jenni? I'm gonna say, knowing what I know about your situation, this is someone's Zippo lighter, so you flick it on and it'll just stay on for a while. But it's definitely not a lighter you would choose for yourself necessarily. And you're at the bottom of the steps, and you don't see Tammy, and it's not long before Alice comes thud, running down the steps to join you.
What are you doing?
Tammy walked down here. I'm trying to get her back to the group.
Did she?
Yeah, I seen her go down here.
She didn't stop to say anything. She didn't talk to you. She's been missing for a day at this point, at least. And none of the times that you've seen her, she has stopped to talk to you. To any of us.
Okay. What are you trying to say, Alice?
Are you sure it's her? Leading you into creepy buildings.
I wanted to believe it was her.
I know. Alice will hug her.
Being mindful of the lighter, Jenny will hug her back.
I think turning just enough to hug, you both can see a little ways into the basement, and it looks like someone took the basement from the original Army of Darkness and tried to convert it into a 70s like rumpus room, but didn't do a very good job. And amidst all of that, you see a large black rectangle and the faintest glint of something chiseled along it, and a body.
Alice, do you see that?
Yeah.
I know this probably sounds like a bad idea, but we should check that out, right?
I don't know that we should, but I want to.
Okay. Um, so do I. Um, Slowly, Jenny will approach this.
All right. I think, Alice, too, you can't help yourself but to follow with Jenny at this point.
Oh, yeah.
You both approach, and the figure on the table, let's be fair, it's an altar. It's definitely an altar. You can tell now. The figure on the altar is poor Nurse Bonnie, who's been missing since pickup day. And you see, with your meager light, and partially because of the gloom, the carving in the base of the altar glows in a pattern. Not in like a pattern like a thing here, a thing here, a thing here, but like in that like rotating cascade. Like there's a spot with a bit of a tail, and it kind of it's moving around the entire base in a repeating fashion. And Alice, you see in your mind that rather than Bonnie being on this, what you see is if Tammy was on this, the carvings, the runes would be a different color, and that would be a good start. And after you have that momentary vision, standing at the head of the altar, you both see Tammy, eyes completely black, skin full of spidery veins, standing there. And I think that's where we're going to go to break. All right, let's just dive right back into this. Before the break, Alice and Jenny, you saw Tammy standing at the head of this altar, eyes completely black, spidery veins across her face.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this time. Alice, do you see Tammy?
I think Alice is making pointed eye contact with Tammy. Do I see any sort of recognition, acknowledgement, anything? Is Tammy aware that we're here? I guess.
It's hard to tell with the completely black eyes, but there is, body language wise, there's just maybe the slightest indication that she's aware.
Yeah, I see her. And I think unceremoniously, Alice is gonna go up to the altar and just shove Nurse Bonnie off of it.
Okay. Nurse Bonnie is easy to push off, and she slumps to the floor. For a moment, the glowing runes stop.
Alice just looks back to Tammy.
Alice, what's happening?
The people that are after us are trying to do something here, obviously. I think we need to fuck with that in as many ways as we know how.
Oh, okay.
Alice,
Yeah.
in your head you hear command.
I hate this one. I think Alice is looking back at Tammy when she says again, we need to fuck with this.
There's just the slightest tilt of Tammy's head in acknowledgement. Jenni, you can see this if, I'm assuming you're kind of looking between both of them as this is happening, because Alice is looking at Tammy when she says this. So there's just the slightest tilt of the head in acknowledgement, and Tammy proceeds to climb onto the altar and lay down.
Jenni, we need to go.
Oh, okay. Explain what just happened as we go,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, okay. Come on. Let's just up the stairs. Making sure that Jenni gets out of this house.
Right before you start to leave, Jenni, you feel Tammy's hand grab yours for a moment and give it a squeeze before it returns to her side. The runes on the altar were... Oh, actually, I don't remember. Alice, the one time you talked about your weird stuff, I forget, was there a color involved?
I don't think I've gotten so much of a color.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I just know it's different.
I think the runes were glowing a faint, sick green before, and now they're still a weird off color, but they're a purplish as opposed to a green. And then you pull your sister along. You head up the stairs, back into the kitchen, and you come out into the kitchen as Delilah's coming around with the alcohol.
You got it?
I'm like drifting into the kitchen, like almost like bumping straight into you, and I'm like, yes, here.
Alcohol sloshing, like. Is everybody
Have I successfully bandaged Rita?
Yes.
Okay.
also very important? We cannot run if we are all bleeding.
Exactly.
Do we have everybody? Is everybody okay?
I
I think so.
I think a lot of us are not okay, either mentally or physically.
Are we all standing and able to
killed
move
somebody.
and breathing? Good job. Weirdly calm.
Okay.
I mean, you had a reason, right?
Yes, he was trying to kill Rita.
That's a great reason. Self-defense. Hell yeah. We gotta...
What did you need the alcohol for, Delilah?
I would burn the house down.
Okay.
You know what? Might as
Sure.
well. It'll
Okay.
make it
Sure.
less evidence we have to explain to the cops. Oh my god, we have to explain this to the cops.
We don't have to explain it if it's cinders. Fires happen all the time. Accidents? Hell yeah. We don't have to be here.
Yep,
Okay.
you're right. Let's go.
Okay,
Weird thing in the
that was.
basement. We should leave.
Just eye contact
quick
with
recap.
Delilah. That was easier than I thought.
Come on.
Okay.
I believe you
Okay.
that there's something weird in the basement because this whole house is weird. Let's leave.
What was seen in the basement as we're leaving?
Cult shit.
I'm gonna take.
Bad cult shit.
Jenni, what did you see in the basement?
Yeah. Don't really know. Can't really explain it, but cult stuff. There was a weird coffin-like thing, an altar, dead bodies.
Great, more dead bodies.
Mm-hmm.
We should leave.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear as we're leaving.
All right.
For instance, is there a bookshelf somewhere around? Sorry, really.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I'm gonna pour alcohol all over that, and it's a wooden bookshelf, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pour alcohol
This is
on that.
gaming. The
Um,
bookworm nerd.
I was like,
Shit's super
Cora, don't
flammable.
look.
Bestie.
Yeah, I was like, Cora, don't look. I'm gonna pour alcohol on that and like a little bit around, and I'm gonna light it up.
Are you okay, so are you pouring out all the alcohol onto like the bookshelf and around, or are you like there was talk earlier of turning the bottle into a Molotov?
I don't think we need a Molotov. I think if we have enough flammable stuff, if we put it together and
If
you know,
we
with alcohol, I
set
think
aside some alcohol in case we
Okay,
need
true.
to increase the fire with a
True.
Molotov.
A third option, as long as we run, we turn on the gas in the kitchen, do
Is
a
there
trail.
gas?
Is the gas gonna work in the
Maybe.
kitchen?
Maybe.
I mean, that one light bulb
I-
turned on for a moment.
That's true. You know what? Do it. Hell
why
yeah.
not?
That way we save some liquor.
You go, Rita.
Okay.
You know what? I support
Alright.
this.
Okay.
Y'all are weirdly good at this.
Come on,
Do me a
brains.
favor. As the fastest one here, please let me do the gas and everybody else
Please.
go outside.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Meaningful eye contact.
Prolonged eye contact. Prolonged eye
I got
contact.
it. It's
As
fine.
we
I
leave
got
the
this.
house, as we leave the house, I would be like, yeah, you know, a lot of these techniques were talked about in some of my books, and I would let you read them, but Tammy stole it.
Well, we'll ask
I'm
her
thinking
for
of
this
in
book once we're
particular.
gonna find her.
I don't think we're ever gonna find Tammy again, guys.
Okay, let's not talk
yeah,
about
no,
that.
absolutely not.
Everyone except Jenni exits the house. Jenni, you turn the gas in the stove on and all that kind of stuff, and you have your own lighter, which I'm assuming you turned off before you started fucking around with the gas.
Yes.
Better, just figured I'd ask.
Yeah, she will turn on the gas. She'll wait a little minute, like let it
Let it build up.
Let it build up. She's gonna run out, throw the Zippo behind her, probably at the bookshelf soaked in gasoline.
Okay. You spend a minute waiting for the kitchen to fill, hopefully enough with gas. And you make your way back over to the bookshelf soaked in gas or alcohol. And you take a breath. You can kind of start to smell the gas from the kitchen. I mean, it's amazing it works, but everything's so old here. It's definitely not gonna take long. And I think there's a moment where, as you're waiting and sort of counting, you remember a quick moment with Tammy. You remember a different moment with Cora, maybe a different moment with Delilah, you didn't get to say the thing you wanted to Tammy, and maybe you have that with everyone in the group, maybe just a few of them, but that moment of thought before you throw the lighter and run is enough where somehow the house just goes up, almost like a bomb. And though you escape, you will take a harm.
Okay. That's fair.
Now Cora has to remember what to do with burns.
So yes, there's this basically a fireball up into the sky as this fire starts. The windows shatter, and silhouetted against that is the body of Jenni running out. And honestly, you probably get pushed somewhat from the concussive force.
Oh god, Jenni, oh god. Are you okay? No?
Ow.
Okay, great. Ow is a word, and that means you're conscious.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what you do with burns. Usually water, but I don't want to put lake water on you.
While Cora is freaking out about treating the burn, a few things happen. The first is, Rita, you realize that somehow the group isn't deep in the forest when you exit this house. And you look up at the sky, and the eclipse that was supposed to be tomorrow is starting. In fact, it has started. It's part of the way through.
Hey, Cora, I don't want to freak you out even further, but I think, can everyone, kind of look up?
I'm not sure anything else can freak me out further at this point. Oh.
Was that supposed to be today or tomorrow?
No.
For clarification, you do all see the eclipse when you look up. Just because there's so much stuff has happened that not all of you get to see. You do notice that, yes, the eclipse has started.
And you know how, we, went into the forest? We're not in the forest anymore.
That's great. That's great.
Where are we?
Alice.
Fuck.
It's a weird feeling. But something changed after that fire. You're not alone in your body anymore. In your mind. Something is there with you. Sort of familiar, but having this presence push in on you is, frankly, terrifying.
I think as everybody's sort of staring at the sky and taking stock of where they are now, Cora's figuring out injuries. I think Alice just kind of sinks to the ground, just sort of on her knees, and she's like kind of freaking out, but quietly, and I think Jenni would probably be the one to recognize mostly what she sees, because it's not all that dissimilar from what she saw in the basement. Of her eyes are still there. She's still, aware and, looking around kind of panicked, but those spidery black marks are moving, maybe? There's more of them were there some of them before? Maybe they don't look as unfamiliar as they should. Maybe they've been here for a while. And I think, we're all kind of scraped up. We're all kind of beat up. We've, been running through the woods. We've been shot at. We've been stabbed. It happens. But there's bits of the shoulders of her shirt that are shredded out. And bits of the knees of her jeans that are shredded out. And bits, weirdly symmetrical bits of her cheekbones. Maybe she hit a branch or something. Looks like she's, got a couple of slices. Weirdly symmetrical. She looks way more beat to shit than she did maybe 20 minutes ago. Oddly symmetrical at every point. And she's covered in these black, spidery veins, markings. And she looks like she is kind of freaking out.
I think, like, Jenni has started crying, like, before this, as, like, realizing what like, just happened with Tammy, all that starts to set in, but she sees Alice and runs over to her and just, Alice, what's wrong? Like, is there anything? Can I help you? Is there?
No, we did it. I think we did. I think we stopped it. But I think we started something else, and I think as she looks up at you, the eyes fill black.
Alice?
Yeah.
This doesn't look okay. What's going on?
We did good. We did it. We fixed it. Just like it said, we fixed it.
This doesn't look like we fixed anything, Alice. Looks like we made something worse.
There's always sacrifices for the greater good, but this is the last time. They promised.
Who promised, Alice?
It doesn't matter. It's over. It's over. We did it. It's done. We don't have to hurt anyone else. And I think Alice is trying to pull herself back up, and her bones don't quite hold her the way that they should. And I think it's difficult to see as she stands up why it doesn't quite work, but the shredded bits in the knees of her jeans, it's because something is pushed out of it, not because something has sliced in. And it's difficult to say what sharp, I think, is the only word that comes to mind that makes sense, that seems familiar. And you can see the same thing sort of doing the same thing in the shoulders of her shirt. And she just stands up, and she's always been shorter than you. That's weird. 'Cause she's not.
Even though you tell your sister that you fixed it, it's done, you do know, mostly from the other person in your mind, you still have to make it to the lake to truly finish it. I think you're muted.
I think you muted.
Oh no! I think that realization hits, and she's... If she had the capacity to be sad about it at this point with all of the things going on in her head and taking up space, maybe she would be. But she looks at Delilah. Do you want to go for a swim?
No, she doesn't.
Alice just starts walking.
Let her
Ale-
walk.
Alice,
I don't
is
like
it
any
is it
of
the
this.
thing that is it what led you to the camp? Is it?
Alice is smiling. And maybe crying. It's hard to tell, it's dark. And she just nods.
And whatever needs to be stopped is there.
It's how we finish it.
Okay. I trust you.
I don't, for what it's worth.
Fuck no, I do. No. What the First of all, why are we trusting this? Whatever the fuck this is.
Because it's probably the only reason why we're still alive.
And are you the reason why the eclipse came early? You
It's
said...
not early.
Oh,
It
so we
is,
were just
it
trapped in
is.
a house for a day.
We were
Does that mean
I
our
don't
parents
trust
came
that
looking
shit.
for us? No,
Does-
there would
does
be
it-
cops everywhere.
Does anyone that's not Alice happen to have a watch?
I probably have a watch.
Yeah, mine's
do you
bougie,
think-
so yeah.
I would assume then, being that what I know of Cora and the fact that you just said Rita's watch is bougie, it's nice enough that it also keeps track of the days in the little, the tiny little dial. Yes, it is the correct day. Somehow you lost a full day from night to night.
Delilah said that you followed something here. What the fuck did you follow? What the fuck did you sign up for? I
Shouldn't
know
our
you were a
parents have come
dumbass,
looking for
but I didn't
us?
realize you were this type of fucking dumbass.
Shouldn't our parents have come looking for us?
Well, I guess they're dead too. Are they,
God.
Alice? Who all
Alice.
is dead, Alice?
Alice, you don't have time for this argument.
Cora sits down on the ground and looks at the moon.
I think Alice just keeps walking. If I don't have time for this,
Yeah.
they'll either
You can
follow
die.
or not.
I don't care.
Listen, if you guys want to, you can go check and call someone.
We don't have a phone. That's been the problem this whole time.
If we've been here for a day, then probably somebody already came to check.
The lake is back towards the camp, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You can make sure that we have like the physical help, and I will help Alice to make sure that we have, I don't know, metaphysical help, whatever the fuck you're gonna call it.
I think Jenny takes just a quick second to stop with Cora and say to her, I should have said this a long time ago, but I'm sorry for all the times I didn't listen. Whatever happens, just know that I'm sorry for all the times I didn't listen.
No, do not talk like that. That's talking like someone who's gonna die. We are not dying. Nobody's dying. This isn't happening.
And then she's gonna run after Alice.
Oh dear God! And I think Cora's gonna lay on the ground.
Come on. Nope, come on. Just hoisting
It's all-
Cora
this
up.
is- This is
We
so bad. Rita, it's
It
so
is bad. I know it's bad. This dumbass bitch basically communed with demons I'm assuming demons. Why the fuck would you do? You know what? She's a
2
young
days ago,
white
I
lady.
didn't think
Of course she
demons
fucking
existed.
did. I'm so. Ugh.
2 days ago, I really didn't think demons existed.
Yeah, well, ghosts exist. So I would not put any stock in that. I've been like guided by ghosts, so I kind of knew that.
Okay, everybody's in on something except me.
And that's fine, honey,
Okay.
come on, let's go. We have to go in this direction
Alright.
anyway.
I don't
Mine
even
are
know where
nice.
I'm gonna start writing all this down.
Mine are nice at least.
Okay, I
don't have to make
believe
contracts with them and get possessed.
I'm gonna stick with you if your ghosts are nice, because I don't know what these other ghosts are doing.
Yeah, mine led us to the map. They're so
Okay.
cool.
All right, I'm following Rita. I'm gonna hold Rita's arm and follow Rita.
Just hold.
I'm gonna catch up with
Oh my
Alice. I'm gonna take Alice's hand. I'm just gonna say, whatever you do, you don't have to do it alone.
I hoped you'd understand.
I don't approve. But I can try to understand. Is it gonna harm you?
I think it already has.
I'll be fine. It will help people.
And I'm talking about people, Alice. I'm talking about you, for fuck's sake.
It'll help people.
Shut up. That's not what I'm saying, Alice.
Get her.
That's all I know.
And I'm gonna grab your shoulders and be like, I don't care about people. Is it gonna help you?
He got me here with you.
Impossible. You know what? Fine. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna kiss her. There.
Hell yeah.
I want everyone to know on the record, I was bullied into pushing the kiss right now.
If it helps, I did not bully you.
I was too busy internally screaming to actively bully.
It is essentially the meme of I consent, I don't.
Didn't you forget who to ask? Yep.
The rest of the party.
And Rita just doesn't consent because she doesn't like Alice. That's really it. She's not.
That's very
interested.
Rita says nobody kisses Alice. Alice does not deserve it.
I think that conversation ending with the kiss happens as you're moving. And until the shoulders are grabbed, it's maybe a little rough because Alice is moving pretty fast somehow. And sometimes they're taller, sometimes they're Alice height. But when you grab her shoulders in that moment, other than the physical changes you've already seen, she's Alice again. You kissed Alice, not whatever this is becoming.
That was my plan, to kiss the demon. Damn it.
Well, that could still happen. You don't know.
I got 2 hands, maybe more.
And after that moment, I think, Jenni, that's when you catch up, having been a little bit behind, just in time for the kiss to be pulling away from. And much like not being in the forest, you are already back at the beach, at camp. But it's not the same. Some of the buildings are burnt down. Some of them are decorated, or they've morphed, or you're not sure. But littered all around are statues, maybe gravestones, it's hard to tell. But everywhere you look are symbols of the cult. Delilah, of course, you see this too as you pull back from the kiss. Something happened in that time you lost. There's no way they could have done this in a day? And you realize as the eclipse comes closer to totality, which in a lunar eclipse would give you a blood moon, that the lake is glowing and the moon is much larger than it should be in the sky. And I mean like practically taking up the horizon.
Jenni yells no, like, not at, like, Deli and Alice, but, like, at whatever this thing is, right? Like, that's... You don't get to take Tammy and Alice. You don't get to do that. Whatever I have to do, let me do this. Don't take Alice.
Alice. Something inside you is compelled to respond to Jenni. But it's not Alice. Well, it is Alice, and it's not Alice. And you know how little it speaks in words. So, what one or two, maybe 3 words, short response would the Alice creature give? I know, I put you on the spot.
I think the creature that is and is not Alice turns over to Jenni, staring with the eyes that aren't looking at anything. And a voice that is not Alice just says, "For you."
What does that mean? No. I don't accept that.
The creature that is operating Alice steps backwards towards the water. And suddenly it's, I think, how did you think this was Alice? Because this is far too tall, far too many limbs, far too many eyes. The semblance is all but falling away. And I think the last thing to fall away is the hand that's holding Delilah's.
You step backwards towards the lake. facing Jenni and Delilah, one hand holding Delilah's, while another pair of arms starts to make a gesture, and the same purplish light that Jenni saw in the basement almost like writes runes in the air, similar to the symbols from the cult that you have been seeing, but different. Not better, not worse, just different. And for lack of a better term, Alice, once the spell ritual is completed, this veil kind of parts, and the lake is bright, crystalline, solid. And in the center of it is the island. And as you step through it, Jenni, you see the curtain waft close. But you did see the island. You need to get to that island.
I don't think Jenni hesitates. I think she just jumps in the water and starts swimming.
Delilah, you also would see this standing there.
I'm not gonna get into water. I'm gonna get a boat that's we've seen before.
Definitely. I think as Jenni, you start to just physically make your way into the water, and Delilah, you do notice, in addition to canoes, now that you have apparently lost a whole day, there's a motorboat.
Perfect.
And as Delilah's getting the motorboat ready, that's when Rita and Cora manage to catch back up.
What are they doing?
Wow.
What is happening? What are you
Get
all
on the boat.
doing?
I don't give a. We're not talking right now. Get on the boat, everyone.
Why? Is the boat safe?
Okay, I count to 3. If you don't get on the boat, I'm just gonna go. 3, 2.
Okay, I get in the boat.
Okay. Oh, you muted. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. You're good now. I can hear you now.
You're good now. We can hear you now.
if I die, I'm cursing all your bloodlines.
You should.
Please. Jesus. Jenni, get the fuck out of the water. What are you doing? I actually, I'm gonna like give you a hand to climb in the boat.
Delilah having a moment with the brain cell here.
Yeah, she will let you pull her in, if noticing that there's a boat.
Yeah, definitely. The only reason you didn't notice originally is because you're just so focused on what's happening to your sister. All right, you've all climbed in the boat.
I just figured that maybe if there are more of us, we can all hold on to Jenni so
I
that
understand.
she doesn't
I
jump
don't
into the
blame
water
you.
after what was Alice.
It's not about the water, it's about the island. I immediately, like, as soon as Jenny's in, I start the fucking boat and I'm like, let's go.
Okay.
Rita, get your knife out. I think this is the knife time.
I mean, it's
also
been
have a
out,
knife.
but yeah, fine.
Right.
Does Delilah know how to run a motorboat?
No, but I'll read about it.
Okay, you've read about it?
I'll help.
I had nothing else to do in my like homeschool. I read all about like, listen, it's small town. There's probably like a lot of hunting and like fishing magazines, and I'm like, I'm
For
pretty
sure. For
she
sure.
knows even exactly what type of boat it is. She like
Yes.
she read those magazines from like top to bottom. She knows exactly what boat it is.
Yeah, for sure. And 100% I would imagine Cora's the person who was in like Girl Scouts and maybe did a little bit of camping and maybe had some time around boats in that regard as well. And so she can help you as well. The boat roars to life and you start to make your way into the lake. It's calm. It's quiet outside of the noise the boat's making. You recall last time you were on the beach, there was chanting that you were somehow hearing, and all of you heard it. That is not happening now. You don't know how long it's going to take to get there, considering how weird everything is. Above table, outside of maybe a small window coming up, if there's any last things your character wants to get off their chest or say or do with your friends, this probably is it.
I think Cora would be like, hey, Rita,
Yeah,
thanks for being a really good friend.
of course.
You're like always there for me. Appreciate it.
If we get out of here, do you want to like move in and be roommates or something?
Yes, that would be great. Oh my god, the dorm is making me insane. I think it's making my depression worse.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I have like Michael's like military benefits. We can absolutely use that. He likes you.
Oh, yeah, no, he's great.
Fucking hate this. I think after that, just a happy moment with Cora. Rita just goes back to being very angry as she's just muttering, it's like, ancestors, please. It's your girl. Please help me survive this. I've been doing such great work. I survived being stabbed. I think I'm doing pretty great. So if you just like get me out of the state, I'll visit graves, I'll put food, I'll go visit an auntie, whatever you need me to do. I'll go adopt a child. Anything, just... Please, oh God. Michael doesn't need protection right now. He's fine. Just temporary, just give it to me, please.
I'm gonna turn to Cora. I'm gonna say, I don't know if we could. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna survive this. I don't know if we're gonna, but whatever. If we don't, I want you to know that you were a really good friend, and thank you for covering for me anytime I needed to be, out of the house and whatever.
Like comrades, like, yeah.
And I've been thinking about it, and I was, on one hand, if you never covered for me, I would have never made it here to this camp.
Might have been a
On
good
another
thing.
hand, I would have never made it to this camp,
I think we're all gonna like wish we'd never made it to this camp, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Good things happen to me here as well.
One kiss is not enough. No, it's not enough for all the murder. Gotta put it in perspective, okay?
Okay, yeah, my perspective that it's fine. It was totally worth it.
Oh dear God.
I don't know how many kisses you had.
None, and they're overrated and gross and stinky. Okay, moving on.
Oh yeah, and Jenni, I kissed your sister. I'm sorry.
We'll talk about that more later. Yeah, we'll talk more about that later. Just let's survive this
I
first.
thought you need. It's nice for me to tell you. It's good for you to know.
I was there. I did see it.
Yeah, but it's one thing for you to see, another thing is for me to be transparent with you and honest.
Kind of just felt like rubbing it in, but okay, whatever.
I wasn't trying to rub it in. Oh my God.
It's like, oh, I got to kiss your sister and your crush is dead. Yay!
She's not dead.
I think she's
I
dead.
didn't-
We should all admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to
I
stop.
don't agree
kidding
until I'm gonna
ourselves.
see the body. I thought she was my friend too.
Sure. You kiss a demon possessed person and you don't believe someone's dead. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Might as well.
Who am I to judge today?
I'm sorry, I guess my summer camp was more eventful than I expected it to be, okay?
There's a lot of dead bodies. That's more than eventful.
And you push the boat across the lake. It takes a while, but eventually the lake becomes white, crystalline. It's still water, though. But Jenni, Delilah, at least you recognize that something's changed. You saw this when Alice left. And the moon is so large and growing redder as the eclipse reaches totality. And you make it to the island. There's a ruined altar. There's bodies in black cloaks lying around. Some of them are clearly in puddles of blood. Some of them just appear to be napping. There's no way to tell what happened to them. You climb up the beach and onto the island, and the moon takes up everything you can see in front of you from the horizon. The moon might as well be everything there is. It is so red. Give it a minute. If you're in the Roll20, I've been waiting 4 episodes to use this track.
Oh, I'm opening the Roll20. I've been listening to soothing music.
That explains why you were so calm.
Sorry, I have the idle fishing game on and it's playing soothing music in my ear.
You deserve it.
Yes.
I'm getting in the Roll20. I was too scared.
Kit, you're not Alice anymore. What do your friends see of your ascension?
See is a strong word. It's not wrong, but it implies a lot of certainty that I don't think is really applicable to this moment. I think you recognize it as Alice only because you've seen the sort of precursor to what this is, not because of any resemblance that it bears to your friend, your sister. There's the shape of a humanoid. It's got the same sort of layout, right, that you'd expect of people. But that's a lot of arms. Or are they blades or the rib? They don't move like legs should move. It's altogether too smooth and graceful and jittery, and it's like when you're playing a game or watching a show and the TV glitches and it kind of drags along as the image is catching up to itself. It doesn't make sense technically, but it's got the general layout of people with all 7 eyes and 23 limbs and 3 stories tall. You know how people are, right? How people are. How people should be.
The figure that you see is floating feet off the ground. If they had wings, they could be flying. It's hard to tell. There's so many limbs, but it turns to look at you. And this weird, multifaceted voice, male and female, speaks a few words. But what you catch most of all is that mixed in with all the other voices is Alice's voice. And it says, "You are saved." And that's where we'll end this series.
What? Sequel!
Thank you for joining us in an exciting, spooky, gay, hey, a kiss happened, we're good, everything's good.
Pride Month.
Pride Month. I would defend myself against don't bury your gays, but everyone in here is queer in some capacity, so I don't really think that counts.
None of us got buried.
That's true.
I'm so far
You
up.
got buried.
So high up in the air
Even
right
Tammy's
now.
not buried, okay?
None of us
couldn't
are
bury
buried,
me
and
if
none
you
of us
tried.
are in fridges.
There's just bodies all over the place.
There is just bodies all over the place, and
But hey, we all, with the exception of Alice and Tammy, survived.
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 Tammy's fine.
Hey,
We have
you
no
can't
proof.
prove that we died.
I would love to go around and let all of you talk about yourselves and your projects. You've been such a lovely table. I have had so much fun with you. And we'll start again with Tori.
Hello, my name is Tori. I can be found all over the internet as that nerd Tori. You can find me also here when we finally do the last episode of Tales from the Loop, our sort of long progressing Tales from the Loop game here on Sword and Key. People just keep getting sick, having life crises, traveling out of the state to get engaged, all different kinds of things. Anyway, when I'm not here on this channel, you can find me if you are in the Massachusetts area performing with the Post Meridian Radio Players as a Foley artist and occasional actor. And if you are going to be at Gen Con next month, I will be at Gen Con with Gehenna Gaming. I'm also editing Gehenna Gaming's upcoming TTRPG Eldritch Automata. You should check it out. Other than that, I'm just on the internet having anxiety.
This game is definitely anxiety. And next, Madam Ava.
Hello, my darlings and dears. It's your Madam Ava here, just perpetually angry at these damn gays. I'm bi, I can say that. But you can find me anywhere at Madam Ava Couture. Currently on the docket for my schedule is on Saturdays. You can find me on my first vacation home, Fusca Twitch. where we play D&D, and currently I'm playing a Dragonborn who is fighting for her life right now, and this next episode I'm going to be lip syncing for my life, basically, to see if I don't die. And then in July, I'm going to be on my second vacation home, Folk and Myth, playing some Sabbat. Because people think I'm too nice to play Sabbat, I'm going to prove them and me wrong and be a very, very unhinged, death-loving vampire. But outside of that, follow me on my socials, and I'll see you when I see you. Happy Pride, and thank you, ancestors, for keeping me alive. That's all I have to say.
I know that there's an order to these things, but based on what happened, I think we'll go next to Sophia.
Okay, yeah. Hi, I'm Sophia. I was Jenni tonight, who did not quite deal with Tammy's death, which she has a pretty good feeling about now, but you can find me. I'm supposed to be on roll for Felicity Saturday. It's 6:30 EST. I don't know if I'm going to be there now. I do have to, unfortunately, work now Saturday, so we'll see how that works out, but you should go check that out anyways. Otherwise, I am Chancellor of Operations and founder of Nerds with Dice. We just got past our big charity event, so we got more projects coming down, the pipeline shortly. So keep an eye out for those things. Otherwise, just show up. We got Vildheim tomorrow night at 8:30 EST, I believe. Or, yeah, that sounds right. And check all that stuff out. Thank you.
Wonderful. And then Sia and a fuzzy friend.
Sorry, she's always like, you guys are almost done. That's it. Time to feed me. So she was really going crazy. But hi everyone. I am Sia, also known as Cinesia. You can find me everywhere, but specifically I live mostly on Twitch. On twitch.tv/cinesia. I stream a lot of indie games, a lot of story-based games. If you like gay story stuff, that's what we do there. And occasionally TTRPGs. And if any of you watch vertical soap operas, I'm most likely worked on them. So that's one thing I can drop there.
Awesome. And last, well, I don't count. I'm the presence. But last but not least, Kit.
You can say least. After the shenanigans we pulled tonight, you can say least. Hey guys, I'm Kit, performer, producer, writer, podcaster. I do a lot of things. I have hands in a lot of fires. That's not the metaphor. I digress. I'm a lot of places on the internet at Kit Roll. But specifically, aside from this game, if you like magical girls, full 180, but equally queer stories, you can catch Bloom and Blight. It is our Girl by Moonlight actual play podcast. It is wherever you get your podcasts. If you get podcasts a place and you cannot find it there, tell me. I will put it there. That is a threat and a promise. If you want episode announcements, clips, things like that, you can find us on basically all of the socials at Bloom and Blight, all spelled out. And if you want cast and character information, transcripts of episodes, downloadable content, link to the community Discord server, cool stuff like that, you can go to bloomandblight.com. This is probably the last chance I could plug it. So we've been nominated for a couple of Crit Awards. So if you need some people to vote for in a couple of categories, the show has been nominated for Best Sound Design in a Podcast, and our theme song, Seconds Rising Star by the amazing Harper, was nominated for Best Instrumental. So if you need things to vote for, or if you love the show, at awesomecritawards.org, I would love you forever. That is also a threat and a promise. That's all I'm legally allowed to talk about right now. Follow me on socials and I will post more as I am allowed to.
Amazing. All right. Well, I'm Cass. I've been the presence. If you enjoyed our doomed tale, that's kind of what I tend to run. You can find. Wow. That was. I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought. I got the lovely chance to play Trophy Dark here on the channel last year now, I think, 2 years ago, maybe. God, what is time? And that also very much fits in the vein of the vibe of what happened here. I swear I occasionally run less dark stuff. I ran Ryutama way back in 2020, but it also got kind of dark at the end, but that took a while. You can find me on BlueSky and itch.io, and maybe I'll be back soon. We don't know yet. And tomorrow, here on Sword and Key, we have Paint Night with Kea and Liz at 6 p.m. Pacific. I'm tripping over my tongue. All the adrenaline is left. Saturday, we have Horizon's Call at 3 p.m. and UST Unresolved Sapphic Tension at 8 p.m. Pacific. Sunday is the finale of Cursed Captains of Cthulhu. Monday is Fragments of Lost, the long-running game. And Tuesday night is Gate Night, where they play Baldur's Gate 3. And we are going to raid, I believe, Hey Calamity. And that's all I have. Have a good night, everyone. This Pride Month,